Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on our economy. We're pretty overextended right now, and we're trying to expand more, but also fix our economy. So first off, we need a job on this rural world. It's currently set up as a rural world automatically. I'm going to actually set this up as an industrial world, and we're going to, at least for now, we may change that later, we're going to put in a civilian industry to help us with our consumer goods situation there. So that'll be fine. Trappist Prime is building a moat harvesting trap. That's not going to be super helpful for us. Okay, sure. Now, I would like to work on bringing this fleet up to scratch. So first things first, this fleet is still returning to Sol Station. Okay. We'll let those get there
complete.
And get combined together. That'll be fine. The Rhine needs additional orders, so it will build mining stations and research stations around Krant.
Complete.
Cool. After continued studies of the massive skeletal remains found on Urim 1, Science Officer Kira Varma has concluded that the creature served as some kind of organic starship. Much smaller bones from at least 3 separate species were found within the larger skeleton, and we assume these came from members of the crew. For unknown reasons, this organic starship suffered catastrophic damage and crash-landed on Urim 1. While we cannot begin to understand the biological engineering necessary to grow a starship like this, the study of these bones alone has substantially advanced our knowledge. Incredible. Cool. So we're going to run out of energy credits and consumer goods reasonably soon here.
Ships upgraded.
Which is, of course, a bit of a problem. Now, we're going to move this fleet back to Procyon. We need to get back into our patrol. And the third fleet is going to start moving down to Ebenar, while this fleet heads up and gets upgraded. Cool. Okay, Vardavar Prime is going to be finishing up shortly. Trappist Prime is currently set up as a forge world. Ultimately, we're going to want to have this be a tech world. And I'm going to set it as a tech world now, just to remind myself of that. This is not necessarily the most efficient way to go forward, but just to remind myself of that, we will put that in there. And we'll build a generator district here to help offset some of our energy credits. On Volmar Prime, of course, we need a planetary administration, and we'll go ahead and build that. Anastasia Prime is a tech world. Indeed it is. I think for the moment, we're going to put in a single generator district here, although we're lacking in the minerals for that. So we'll save up those minerals for the moment. Whoa. Stellaris, are you okay? I think it might be crashing on me. It did. Stellaris crashed. That's been a very long time. Okay, well, we didn't get very far in there. I guess we'll load back in. I will pause the recording, and once we're back in, we'll be back. And we're back. That didn't take very long. I probably didn't need to pause it there. Where are we? Okay, we haven't yet put in the generator district here. I had this set as a tech world. We're going to try to just get back to where we were before it crashed, without changing anything if possible. We upgraded this, although we're lacking... Oh, we need to bump this up to fastest. There we go. I don't think this number is accurate. That's very different than what it was previously. We'll let that go through a month tick. And we finished up a starbase with the Rhine here. Right, so we need to build our mining and research stations here, as we did previously.
Special project complete.
Okay, we already saw this. I think it didn't save at all. So I think we're just back to the beginning here. So we're just going to proceed making the same decisions that we did previously. So we need to take the third fleet out to Procyon. Or rather, the second fleet out to Procyon. The third fleet can start moving out to Ebenar, and then we move this fleet back. Cool. I don't recall there being unemployment here previously. There was one on Ain Prime as well, but it looks like that emigrated off. We previously definitely built this planetary administration. Okay. Deep caverns, I don't recall this popping up before. Interior imaging of Urim 3A suggests massive underground caverns await below the planet's surface. They may be worth investigation. That's a hard one. We'll leave that be for now. And we upgraded our planetary administration here. Right. And the plan here was going to be to put in a generator district.
Survey complete.
Just a single generator district for the moment. But we didn't have the minerals. So I think we're now at the point where we were previously, before the game crashed on us. That was very exciting. Perhaps too exciting.
Survey
Also,
complete.
there's this forge world here, and I would absolutely love to put in a civilian industry here. Let's check in on our civilian ships here. Not a lot going on there for now. Okay. So, with this being a forge world right now, we really would like to have this be like an industrial world. Yeah. We'll have this be industrial for the moment.
Special project complete.
We need a fair number of minerals for right now. After initial trials with the adult specimen, our zoologists have set up a Nemma breeding system on Zarkon Prime in the hopes of introducing more giant Nemmas to our oceans. The breeders warn that this cannot continue indefinitely and that the planet can only support 3, perhaps 4 more Nemmas. The estimated time until we have our next Nemma should be about 10 years. Okay. Well, we'll look into that.
Establishing colony.
Cool. Tistra Prime. Fantastic. So next up, we're going to head to Uskomia. Actually, I'm going to head to Urim. There's more resources here. So we'll grab that first. And I absolutely do want to get this civilian industry going. There we go. We should probably take out these space amoebas at some point. We've encountered another abandoned gateway, this time near Uzhab Vortex. It appears to be built entirely by microscopic nanites of an unknown design. Unlike the previous structure, this gateway has been significantly altered since its initial construction. Its connection to the rest of the network has been severed. Instead, the only valid destination, I almost said designation there, but it's definitely destination, is an uncharted group of stars beyond our galaxy that has been designated the L Cluster by our astronomers. Although the gateway emits a faint power signature, it's been deliberately locked into some kind of maintenance loop that prevents its activation. Until we find some way of aborting this process, the L Cluster will remain beyond our
Log
reach.
updated.
Interesting that that only now popped up, considering there's an L gate in Zilbach's Maw and has been this whole time. And there's one in Urkanon's Maw, too. So, I don't know. That's interesting. Lots of people can use subjugation CBs against us. Anastasia Prime needs a job here. And again, this was intended to be a
Construction
generator
complete.
district. And we can build that as of now. Cool. So we're going to finish up a lot of these structures. That will help our production in the 2
Construction complete.
categories that we now need to work on.
Survey complete.
Ah, Alpha Centauri now needs something as well. It's currently full on building slots. So realistically, I think that a city district is the way to go here.
Technology discovered.
Okay, we just discovered disruptors. That's fine. Energy nexus. Yes, please. Stratospheric ionization elements. Interesting. That's a starbase building. Weird. Okay, I don't remember that thing existing previously. I don't think I ever actually looked at that before.
Survey
It's
complete.
a planet modifier on a starbase. Okay.
Construction complete.
So this tech world here, we obviously want to build our district here. We're going to, well, we're going to build mining state. Well, I want to get minerals here. Okay, we're going to sell some food. There we go. And we're going to buy in some consumer goods as well. That'll help us stay afloat for a while. Cool. With that, we're going to build our mining and research stations, and we're going to get our city district here building as quickly as we can. We've also got Withir Prime here. This is currently set up as a forge world. Really, we probably want to have this be a mining world. Do we have mineral purification plants? Actually, yes, we do. So we'll build a mineral purification plant as our first step there.
Survey complete.
Fantastic. Okay, civilian ships. The Ganges requires orders. We now have an actual border up here. So we're cut off this direction. That's fine. We knew that that would happen. We'll build our mining and research stations, and then we'll go grab Drisk as soon as we can. That's actually some good energy credits there. The Orinoco is not currently doing anything and definitely needs to head down to Damia. We'd love to cut off over here, if at all possible. So we'll see how likely that is. Yeah, and then we're coming down this way. All looks good there. So the third fleet has arrived in Ebenar. And the first fleet, we're going to work on reinforcing a bit. There we go. Cool.
Technology discovered.
So there's our embassy complex. That's not hugely important to us. Edict's Fund would not be bad. Yeah, we'll go for that. It's a reasonably quick research as well, so that's great. With that underway, that should be very, very good. This is a tech world here with... no, not an available job. Emigration is doing things. Okay, this is a forge world here, and I feel like that's okay. Although we're probably not going to have it be a forge world, but rather an industrial world, at least for now. That might change later, but by building an industrial district here, we will get one artisan job and one metallurgist job if it's an industrial world. That will switch over to 2 metallurgist jobs as a forge world. So we'll get that done. There's also high quality minerals here. But I feel like getting more consumer goods is a higher priority for the moment. We'll come back to that. We briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this moon. It might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. We'll look into it. Cool.
Survey complete.
More surveys finishing up. The Orinoco requires orders, and its orders are, of course, to build a mining station in Damia, and then we'll head down to Ilix. Cool. We also have this relic activation, which is possible. We're not going to do that. That is not a thing we're interested in for the moment. We're now positive in energy credits. That's great. We're really, really happy about that. We've traced the unusual electromagnetic radiation emanating from Travelor 4A to a secret subterranean bunker, hiding a megacomputer the size of a battleship. Our researchers suspect it may have been there for several thousand years, hard at work solving a single very complex problem, the nature of which still eludes us. When the crew attempted to interact with the computer, they discovered that the facility, which had appeared both abandoned and unguarded, was in fact operated by a security AI, the highest purpose of which seems to be frying its visitors alive. As the crew defeated the AI, it broadcasted a message to an unknown recipient. Okay. Well. We'll let it continue. We'll take the Unity, that will almost double our current Unity, and honestly, 10% engineering research for 10 years is kind of minimal, as are these resources. So we'll let it keep going. Cool. Not a lot to do in terms of jobs right now, but our colonies are definitely seeing some real actual growth at this point. That's great. We're doing okay on energy credits for the time being.
Log updated.
The Galactic market is happening. Okay. So, I didn't even notice that that was being voted on, but sure. We can promote our capital for the Galactic Market Hub. And honestly, I think that's okay. We would love to get the Galactic Market Hub. That would be really, really, really useful for us. So we're going to drop some, not consumer goods, that's for sure. We're going to drop some volatile motes here in order to do that. So we're going to come down over here, and we're going to nominate Earth as a Galactic Market Hub. Fantastic. So how's our rating? It is currently adequate. We can boost our nomination bid, but that's very expensive in terms of influence, and we're probably not going to have the influence to boost it. If we get it, great. If we don't, it's sad. This factory world here, I'd love to put in a Ministry of Production, but that's simply not going to happen. There's a mote harvesting trap that we can put in here. That's not terrible. Alternatively, it's a factory world. We could put in an industrial district here and work on getting out of consumer goods deficit. And that's what we'll do for right now. This construction ship has finished in Urim. And we're just going to continue building up over this
Survey complete.
What did I just spend a bunch of influence on? I mean, I know that we nominated Earth, but I thought that we had like 56 left over. Huh. Maybe I was wrong about that. Regardless, it's okay. We'll get it built back up. Our mandate was unfulfilled.
Technology discovered.
I don't even know what our mandate was. I should have checked that. Let's see here. Minor mandate. Okay. Building mining stations, 4 of them. That'll definitely happen. We're going to move down to Drisk. And we got plasma thrusters. So mineral purification hubs would be pretty decent here. Mining station output would be better for us, though. So we're going to grab that quick. A lot of our resource gain is from mining stations right now. So that's a pretty big deal. So we're heading down to Drisk here. The Santa Maria is not doing anything, and I want it to automatically survey, but I want it to survey this direction, which sadly it is not, via automatic. Makes me very sad indeed. Our intel is falling on the Slurpanor, but we did just encounter someone in Borbo. Okay, so we're going to look into the Aleph aliens.
Technology
And who do we
discovered.
send for that? Akir, daughter of Fura. Fantastic. Energy Nexus is done. Research Institute. Definitely Research Institute. Fantastic. We grab that. The Orinoco is not doing anything. It will build its mining and research stations and then move down here. Okay.
Survey complete.
We have detected the presence of a primitive alien civilization on Amori 2 in the Amori system. They currently seem to be experiencing the equivalent of a renaissance, having recently left the medieval age. That's what we're going with. This is now the medieval age. Fantastic. We've recently left the medieval age behind them. Scientific knowledge is spreading rapidly, and the armies of their petty kingdoms are equipped with crude, gunpowder-based projectile weapons. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. We should. We should. After all, we ourselves are only 1,000 years out of the medieval age. Unless you're watching the Crusader King series, in which case we are in the medieval age. Perfect. Sometimes words are extraordinarily difficult. So we should definitely consider building a defense platform here. And we'll do that.
Survey
We're going to have a lot more alloys once we're done building all of our expansions out over this way. There's a lot of them left to build. A whole lot. We're going to want to defend... This is awkward for us here because to defend against Ajam, we have to defend Trappist and Ain. And then over here, we have to defend Kastaba and Sasan. We may want to think about how we want to do that. These guys are moving down here. We are going to stop our current constructions here. And we're going to immediately move down. I don't know if we beat them or not. And we're lacking influence. It's going to be awful close.
colony founded.
No, I think they win this if they start it right away. Wait. They're surveying. No, this is a different unit. Or a different faction, rather. They're not surveying. I don't think we get this, but we can find out. Flat amenities and flat minus crimes? I like it. The question is, do they start building this immediately? They did. I have seen the AI cancel these constructions and restart them partway through. We'll try it. If we can't do it, we can't do it. But we'll give it a go. Okay. The irregularity we had designated as Aleph aliens appears to be made of some sort of crystalline material. Curiously, it seems to be able to propel itself across the void and protect itself when necessary, indicating that it may be alive. Our researchers are working hard to find out more. Okay. If we don't get this, it's not the end of the world. Ilix is a very, very good fallback system for us, so that's fine. We'll see what ends up happening here. Sometimes the AI cancels it, sometimes they don't. And it looks like in this case they haven't. Yeah. So they finished it, and we were immediately pushed back. Our ship doesn't come back for a while, but that's okay. We got this cut off, so that's completely fine. We're going to use the Ganges to build up here, since we can colonize this world. That'll be fine. Mining station output finishes up. City district housing is pretty good. I think that's what we're going to go for here. Cool. The Santa Maria is not doing too much over here. Yeah, crystalline entities. We're not going to go that way. We're going to head up over this direction. This connects over here. So we can bypass them like that. Fantastic. We're a little bit negative on our food right now, but Vardavar Prime needs a gene clinic and a city district, so we'll get that going. And Tista Prime also needs a gene clinic and a city district. Cool. Our capital here, we should probably put in a food processing facility. That's something that we may revisit later on and specialize our capital a little bit more on, but we're currently producing a good amount of food here, so we'll get that done. And we've surveyed over this way. That's great. This mining world requires a job, so we'll obviously put in a mining district.
Construction complete.
Fantastic. So we finished up in Drisk, and we're going to build... Let's see, I'm just thinking here. We're going to build this mining station first, while we wait for additional minerals to come in.
Complete.
Cool. And we do want to get this at least having a gun battery, missile battery, and disruption field generator. So we'll let that go for the moment. And the Rhine will build its construction in Castor as soon as we have the influence, which will be in 1 month. Cool. I also want to get colonizing this over here. And Tebazoid is the way to go. I didn't even know we... Oh yeah, these are the guys that we let out of the vault. Cool. They are, after all, voters, so that's fine. I actually want to check in on the rights with the species that are within us. Yeah, obviously humans are all full citizenship. These guys don't have rights, they're pre-sapient. Okay, yeah. Everybody is good. So the Slurpanor are preparing to declare on us. Okay. With that in mind, let's take a look at our cruisers here. I'm going to get rid of the Kane class. And we haven't really set this up. Running afterburners, artillery, which is range of 80. So this medium blue laser here is too short of range, as is this medium mass driver for that. So we're going to have to sit at line range instead. For the moment, anyway. Okay. So we'll get that upgraded. That is a Sparviero class. Sounds good. And let me just look here. Yep, that seems reasonably fine. Now, our tech is not particularly good.
Ships upgraded.
But we'll get that reinforced. And with that in mind, we should immediately start upgrading Ebonar if we can. So let's sell off a few more volatile motes here, as well as some food. And a few consumer goods. And we're going to buy in 250 alloys here, which gives us just enough to upgrade Ebonar. We'll get that going. Cool. I'm also going to start this fleet moving out to Ebonar. We know for a fact that the Slurpanor can come in over here. We think. We don't know exactly what's out over here, but we know this is a big choke point. So there's going to be essentially 2 choke points here. Oh, this is Slurpanor as well. Okay. That's going to be interesting. They're currently equivalent to us on all fronts, though, without us really focusing on that. So that's going to be interesting for them. I don't know how they're going to handle that one just yet. We're going to focus on our military from here going forward a little bit more. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to see if the Slurpanor decide to attack us. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Kazaral, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Ken2In, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Raw Potato, Elmichi Nazi, Justin Everett, Emiliano Cambron, Martin Lawrence, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.